Well, hello there, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Woo! I am Charlie Lustman, or the way they used to call me, well, they still do, Lustman. And lust actually doesn't mean like, lusting after. My father, who was born in Poland, the last name is actually Lustman, which means happy man. So I'm Charlie Happy Man. Nice to meet you. I am here to sing for you. I have songs, lots of songs. I'm a singer-songwriter. Been writing songs since I was like 12, 13 years old. I think 12, 13 years old, yeah. Which means I've been writing for over 40 years. Yeah, I know. Now you know how old I am. I'm 55, and I'm still alive. And that's because I am a cancer survivor. And I am very grateful for every day I get on this planet. I've got 3 kids, and I'm married, and I still get another day on the planet. And lately, the planet's been a little nutty, a lot nutty, actually. So I'm just really happy to be here. And I thought, why not get on the tube and sing songs for you guys? It's been a while since I've been actually on the YouTube channel, and I'm excited to play songs that can make you feel good, make you feel, there's such difficult things happening right now. So why not just play some songs that can make you feel better, right? So this is called Let's Make the Best of It Now. And like, get that finger out there. So here we go. Did you know the sun could shine one day and everything on earth could melt away? All the oceans rise above the land, drowning every woman, every man. Oh, oh, let's make the best of it now. We'll be just another asteroid floating through the mind of Sigmund Freud. Millions of years we've been upon this place. Can you believe the future that we face? Oh, oh, let's make the best of it now. 'Cause you never know when the time will pass. So you got to do just what you love to do. And if someone tries to ruin your day, well, walk away. Did you notice that the world's so strange? 'Cause our atmosphere's about to change. So many reasons why we cut the trees. Life is passing with a subtle breeze. Oh, oh, let's make the best of it now. Another chapter as we turn the page. Can we exist within this nuclear age? I know that freedom's heard around the globe, but just where our future lies, nobody knows. Oh, oh, let's make the best of it now. 'Cause you never know if the sky will fall. Maybe the moon could reach the earth one day. We're not the same race that we used to be. Oh, can't you see? Now the next time that you fall in love, just appreciate the sun above. 'Cause the sun is shining on and on. So open up your eyes before it's gone. Oh, oh, let's make the best of it now. Oh, oh, let's make the best of it now. Oh, oh, let's make the best of it now. Yeah, let's make the best of it now. Look, we don't know how much time we get on the planet, so, and it's not about how much time or what we do on the planet. It's who you love. really, truly, and what you love and making a difference. And that's why I'm here today to share these with you. This actually is the love guitar. The love guitar. It was one day at the Guitar Center in Los Angeles back in 2006 when actually it was 2007, and I had just recovered from cancer, a year of chemotherapy, 24 rounds. And I lost my upper jaw to it. This is a prosthetic jaw, and it's removable, which makes me really popular on Halloween. If you can imagine, come to my house, I'll scare the heck out of the kids. Anyways, and I decided I'm gonna start singing these songs that I wrote from the chemo chair. I wrote a whole collection called Made Me Nuclear, because they nuked me, and that I would travel around the country and the world singing these songs about surviving life's greatest challenges. And so I thought about, well, I gotta have the right guitar for this mission. And I just couldn't bring a brown guitar with me. I had a lot of brown guitars. See back there? Brown. Well, cherry red over there, but lots of brown guitars. Brown, brown, brown. It's just kind of boring. It was just a little boring. That's all, to have a brown guitar when you're gonna go to the hospital and try to cheer people up. And so I go to the Guitar Center and I walk in and I'm looking at all the guitars, and most of them were brown. And there was a white one, which was really cool, but it was just, it didn't work. Like, it just didn't work, especially because I dressed up in a white superhero outfit, and I dressed myself as a guy called Nuclear Man, which I'll get into another time. And I turned the corner, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there it was, sitting on a stand by itself with lights shining on it, kind of the way light is shining on this right now. And I'm like, that's it. And so I bought it, and here we go, the love guitar. And check this out, you ready for this? Whoa, yeah, baby, orange and yellow sides. I mean, right? You're gonna go to a hospital to sing, this is what you're singing with, right? Peace, love, this is what's going on right here. This is the real deal. And I've been doing this for now going on 12 years of traveling across the country and doing this thing. But what I wanted to share with you in this first YouTube presentation was some of my early history, some of the things that happened to me at the beginning of my journey as a kid, and music, because it was all about the music for me. It saved my life, really. So my family got divorced when I was 10, so that was in 75. And it was a pretty ugly divorce. My mom and dad were both pretty intense people. My father was a Holocaust survivor. Okay, yeah. So there, now the cat's out of the bag, right? He went to, I went to summer camp, and he went to a concentration camp, Auschwitz and Dachau. If anybody's familiar with those out there, it was the horror of the 20th century. Nothing to compare. That was my dad. He survived that. And we'll get into that another time, too. I got stories to tell you about my dad. Wow. So he was a pretty intense guy. And then my mother, they escaped from Poland because my mother's father was a very wealthy man, actually, because he built cots for the Polish army. But they had to run away as well, and they ran away to Russia, and then they ended up in Israel and being part of the revolution in 47, 48 against the British. I mean, wow, some really serious stuff. So that, when those two guys getting together, that couple, yeah, it was pretty volatile. So they broke up in 75, and it was in 75 that I had my, I guess, an epiphany, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I love music from the early days, It's a small world after all. 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 And that's what hit me at 1.5 when they took me through Disneyland. I was like, after I went through, they in the crib, or the stroller, And then in my crib later, I mean, I wouldn't stop singing. My mother's like, okay, something's going on here. This kid just doesn't stop humming the melody to It's a Small World. And she's like, well, put him on piano. And so they did. They put me on piano when I was like 5 or 6. I think I have a picture of that. I'll show you that. Well, I have it. Wait, don't go away. Don't go away. Right here, right here. Coming back, coming back. Coming back. Stay there. Stay there. Here it comes. All right, there I am. There it is. That's me at 5 and a half, 6 years old at the piano. And I loved the piano. Except for my piano teacher, who had the foulest breath of any human being I've ever known. What could I do? It was just like, oh God, yeah, it was so bad. So I quit. I couldn't take it anymore. And my mother's like, how can you quit? I'm like, oh, his breath, Mom. You know, she didn't understand it. So it was in 75 that it hit me when my mom, it was actually my sister, who was 2 years older than me, she had a friend, and they both loved Elton John. So they begged my mom to go and see it. And I said, I want to go too, because I loved Elton John. I heard his music. I loved Elton John. And this is 75. This is the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album. It was a double album. So I actually went to the record store and got my first record ever, and it was Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. It was a double album. I mean, my first album was a double album. I was just like, whoa, 2 records. It was just like, you know, man, it's a little bit funny. And Rocket Man, burning up a speed of hair. Yeah, so many great songs. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. And I was like, I got to go too. So my mom actually dropped me and a friend and my sister and her friend off at Dodger Stadium. She dropped us off at Dodger Stadium. What is she, out of her mind? I would never drop my kids off. I was 10. I would not drop my kid off at Dodger Stadium. 50,000 people, right? And, okay, so yeah, ready? Here it is, right here. There it is. I was there. Can't you see me in the audience? There I am. That was EJ. Like in 75, and he was like hitting tennis balls off the top of the piano. He was standing there just, and I mean, he sat down and he played, you know. It's a little bit. Now I'm not going to sing that song right now. It's EJ's song, but he played that tune, which I didn't play that well either. And the entire audience, 50,000 people just quiet. I was like, whoa, wow, that was it. I was like, that man held 50,000 people in his hand with a song, a 3-minute song, but it happened to be one of the greatest songs of pop music. I mean, next to Yesterday by Paul McCartney, these iconic songs. And I thought, I want to do what that guy's doing. You know, I want to hit tennis balls off of grand pianos to an audience of 50,000 people. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? So that was it. I got back on piano. I started playing all the Elton songs. And then, of course, I fell in love with Billy Joel and just like, you know, and then I loved the classic stuff too. I started like listening to Ray Charles and just like really cool stuff. I love Michael Jackson and like just the early Motown, Mother. I mean, Marvin Gaye, just list goes on and on and on. I got into so much great music. And then it was when I was 13, 14 years old, I got kicked out of high school. They sent me away to boarding school, and I kind of fell in love with this girl. There was this girl. Her name was Laura. And she thought I was cheating on her with her roommate. Okay, this is just crazy. And she's like, I never want to see you again. You kissed my roommate. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, I never want to see you again. I'm like, well, it's kind of tough not to see me again. We're in a boarding school, and we're going to see each other every day. But so I went to the auditorium, and I wrote a song on the piano. It was my first song. And I can't even play the song because it's so bad. that I don't want to play for you. It was like, my thoughts for you, Laura, need company to hold. I need you, I want you, the stories to be told. The fact that your presence is too much to bear. Why can't I show you the love we could share? That's the song, okay? She ran out of the auditorium. I actually got her into the auditorium and played it for her. It was just me and her. And she ran out crying. And I was like, whoa, that's like powerful, that someone was moved like that by what I sang. And I thought, okay, that's it, songwriting. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep writing songs for the rest of my life. And that's what I've been doing. So I wanna play you a song that I wrote many years later in a closet. I was actually in San Francisco, I was totally broke, and my great friend Jim and his wife let me sleep for a month in their closet, okay? They had like this really tiny apartment, but the closet was actually really big. So they put a mattress in the closet and I slept in there. It was really great. In the morning when they went to work, you know, they'd open the closet to get a jacket. My head would like fall back because I was leaning on the door. It was just great. They're like, have a great day. I'm like, yeah, you too. And then I would go and sit and play on this little keyboard songs. I would write songs. That was that month. And this is called That's Enough to Do. Now when you're born into the world, wait a minute, let's do it with the mic, there we go. Now when you're born into the world, the game has begun. Welcome and prepare yourself to play. Yes, you're gonna pay. And if the wind's on your side and you follow your soul, you might have a chance to be free if you choose to be, 'cause you'll be paying your dues, shining those shoes. You'll be giving your life to the race. But if you know your plan, do the best that you can. Well, that's enough to do. I've seen the souls been stepped upon when I'm trying just to keep this cave alive. Yes, my tired eyes forgetting every reason why the sun is kind. When the nights they've been chilling my bed, I know what it's like to be dead. Oh, I've been paying my dues, shining those shoes. I'll be giving my life to the race. But if you know your plan, do the best that you can. Well, that's enough to do. Yes, I'll be paying when my bank account is dry. And I'll be paying when there are no reasons why. And I'll be paying when my debt is dead and gone. 'Cause the dues we pay in life go on and on, on and on and on. Now when you're sitting gently in a rocking chair, looking back on all the years that I've paid and all the life I've made, I hope I've satisfied with all I've done. 'Cause I've been living from the bottom of my soul, and the dues I paid seem like no dues at all. Paying your dues, those shoes, you'll be giving your life to the race. But if you know your plan, do the best that you can. Well, that's enough to do. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. You could see and hear more of my songs, and I could share some more good vibes for you. Click that button thing, that thumb button thing, and I will show up with more and more music to make you feel good. Take care, everybody. Bye.